Everywhere we look in society, we see the prominence of music and the cultures that surround it. What people often don't realize is that this music has the ability to shape our views without us even being aware.
Researchers from the University of Pittsburgh studied the 279 most popular songs from 2005. Whether a song contained a reference to drugs or alcohol varied by genre. Only 9% of pop songs had lyrics relating to drugs or alcohol. The number jumped to 14% for rock songs, 20% for R&B and hip-hop songs, 36% for country songs, and 77% for rap songs. This just shows how varied topics in music can be.
Anyway, I don't care who won't vex. Jamaican not support no same sex. I don't care who won't vex. Love how the cute sexy girls them a flex. I don't care who won't vex. Africa men not support no same. I don't care and don't go astray in the me lyrics. But out the lesbian, but out the gays in the me lyrics from your happy.
Devoted fans of music artists are often vulnerable to explicit references within music. The ideas within songs can then go on to influence how they think.
Music, as a cultural universal, has the power to affect everyone in their daily lives.
While most people are affected by the music that they listen to in their daily lives, people within the music industry are also greatly impacted by the success of certain ideas within music.
T. Keith and them, rapping about all the gang stuff, and it ain't enough people rapping about positive stuff.
If you turn on any rap song, only thing they talk about is money, drugs, and women. That's the influence, and it is kind of sad because they never put out positivity.
But since he made it, I don't think nobody thought that they could ever make it out of Chicago rapping with this type of music and making it to the industry. By his type of music making it to the industry, now everybody in Chicago think they gang music and making it to the industry. That's why everybody in Chicago just full of gang banging now. Everything full of gang banging because everybody want that chance to get on.
Because
they want their chance to get on in the rap industry, so they gonna kill each other. You feel me? They just going at war with each other, killing each other. It makes the gang violence worse. Because everybody want to know who up next and stuff. I don't think nobody else could do it because in the long run, people going to get tired of listening to this music like that. If somebody going to try to do it, they better do it now for it's too late. They better do it now while Chicago high. Because when Chicago ain't high and all this stuff be over with, they ain't gonna have no chance. That's why everybody trying to do it now and battle for the next.
The reach of music extends far beyond those involved with the industry.
As a person that works with music kind of day in and day out, both kind of at the very discrete level of studying it with other students and teaching it and performing it, we're in a place where we can also see the effect of it on the people that we perform for, or for the people who come into contact with what we do.
During our research, we became aware of how especially influential music is on adolescents. That's why we reached out to our local disadvantaged youth. Based on this data, it's clear to see that listening to music is a large part of media use by adolescents.
While the Education Outreach Center in St. Mary's County declined to participate in our student service learning, we reached out to a youth group in the area to spread awareness of music's influences.
Music is one aspect of our lives that continues to affect us at any age. That's why we reached out to the Three Oaks Center, which provides housing for homeless adults. Here, we spread awareness of music's influences. Before spreading our message of awareness at the Three Oaks Center, we wanted to develop a better personal connection with some of the residents. That's why we volunteered in the kitchen and served food. Basically, the reason that we're here is because we know a lot of people are listening to certain types of music that reinforce ideas that affect them later in life. I know that you guys are in an interesting situation here, and with the Three Oaks shifting its purpose coming in October, you guys are going to be coming on some obstacles. And we know that it's important that you guys keep your spirit and just your dedication to keep going as you approach those obstacles. And so one thing that we want you to be aware of is that music has that ability to help you. It doesn't have to be religious or spiritual music, but it can have good benefits. I mean, there's music that you just listen to it and it really like affects you, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel positive about yourself, and it makes you want to do something. And at the same time, you know that there's music out there that maybe references some stuff that isn't as good, you know, violence, drugs. I mean, I don't care what you guys do, but it's out there.
Smoke weed all day long.
And it affects people. And whether you guys are taking into that and listening to it in your music, it's still... While we were volunteering at the Three Oaks Center, we got the opportunity to interview some of the residents and ask them not only how music might help them confront the obstacle of the Three Oaks Center transitioning purposes, but also how they perceive music in general and how it has shaped their beliefs in the past. Less related to music, and sorry to put you on the spot, but have you started thinking about plans for in October when they start transitioning the center over? Have you started looking at what you're going to do from there?
Yeah, but I feel sorry for the people who have to come back in here.
Have there been times in your life where you've really felt that music has really influenced you either in a positive way or in a negative way?
All the encounters that I've had with music are kind of positive. I've never really had a negative unless it was I was in a negative mood, but music always kind of brought me up out of that mood, where I concentrate better with music, but all that music is positive. I never listen to the negative influential music. I don't like a lot of this stuff because it's got a negative. A lot of that stuff, you listen to it a lot, and it in fact influences you. The music influences you.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I want to get. I don't like, something that subliminal. That subliminal messages, I want those to be able to influence me. That's why if I'm listening to something with lyrics, I don't want to listen to things that have negative impacts. Because, that's where you see all the stuff that's happening today. Like guns, music. That's a lot of the R&B, rap, and, some stuff, a lot of rock nowadays. They're shoving that constantly in your face. And it's like, there were a couple of people, like the gentleman I was telling you about earlier, that 18-year-old. He was constantly messing with somebody, always wanted to fight somebody. He was a smoker. He smoked cigarettes. That's all he was interested in. He was always hitting on women. Every other day he talked about, hey, I'm gonna get me some, what? And it was listen. It was kind of like, look at the music you listen to. Look at what you're feeding your life with. Look at you constant. He always had the earbuds in too. Constantly listen to an iPod or somebody else's iPod. I'll listen to this. And I brought up the lyrics on my laptop. I was like, this, and this. That's not subliminal messaging to you? You sat there and played the 12 crack commandments. It's that's not, subliminal messaging? That's not influencing you to drugs or anything? I know it's not directly telling you, and go out and smoke weed, go do crack, dope, shoot people up, go have sex, but stuff like that. That's not subliminal messaging to you. That's hey, negativity. And after that, he was like, you know what? And he actually started changing that. But I don't think until you point things out to people that they're actually going to notice. I don't think until you actually point things out to people they are actually aware that they're going to get, hey, that's actually influencing me.
Yeah.
You have to point that sort of thing out.
Have there been times in your lives where you really felt influenced by music, where it's help you lift your spirits? Yeah, in a positive way.
In a positive way, yes. like I grew up in a church, and a lot of times, like if I'm feeling down or if I'm dealing with a real stressful situation, a lot of times, especially with gospel, the music reaches your spirit and it talks to your spirit. You feel the emotion. 9 times 10, whoever's singing, they've probably gone through what you've gone through. So when they sing, they're singing like they just went through a bad experience. There's a song that said, "Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it." And it's talking about how God brought him through all his troubles and trials and tribulations. So you riding down the road, you know, say your rent, you're about to get evicted, you know, you're 1 car payment away, you know, you missed your car payment, you know what I mean, and everything's happening around you. You hear that song, gives you inspiration, keep going. And then when you get past that, because God's going to deliver you if you have faith, then that song has even more meaning. You see what I mean? So music definitely, especially gospel, has a strong effect on you.
Yeah, and then I guess like with the negative side, especially of like rap and other music as well, where there's like references and it's like always there. Do you think that like has the power to like shape people's views?
Oh, definitely. You take somebody from the 1940s, right? So it's growing up. Let's say a man in his 20s or 30s growing up in 1950s. You automatically take some 2014. It would probably blow his mind, like all the way people act and all that stuff. And then you turn on the music, and the music matches the environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The music, you know, what do you listen to? You know, what do you listen to while you're driving your car? What do you listen to growing up? You know, it'd be different if music was a thing where you listen to it when you're adult, or you listen to it like in an enclosed environment, like at work or for special occasions. But no, you listen to music since you're a child growing up. It's part of your life. Just about every day, all day.
And it's like a reflection of what's around you. Yeah.
So if you're around music and the music is constantly negative vibe, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you grew up and your parents drank beer all the time, you know, there's a high chance you're gonna drink beer.
Yeah.
So your parents smoke, you're around smoke all the time, and you grew up. So if you listen to music, whatever that music is, and you're always listening to it, it's going to influence you.
While our research certainly reinforced our initial belief that music can affect the perspectives of individuals from a variety of backgrounds, we learned of many other factors at play as people's views and behaviors are developed, including socioeconomic background and simply how people are brought up.
There was a decorated general with a heart of gold that likened him to all the stories he told of past battles won and lost and legends of old. A seasoned veteran in his own time, on the battlefield he gained respectful fame, with many medals of bravery and stripes to his name. He grew a beard as soon as he could to cover the scars on his face, and always urged his men on. But on the eve of a great battle with the infantry and dream, the old general tossed in his sleep and wrestled with its meaning. He awoke from the night to tell what he had seen and walked slowly out of his tent. All the men held tall with their chests in the air, with the courage in their blood and a fire in their stare. And it was a great morning and they all